Where I'm from isn't as bad as people always make it seem. Where I'm from, kids are finding better ways than breaking the laws, smoking and drinking. They're now taking a pause, stopping and thinking, making better choices in life to prepare for their future, because living life as a bum is not something they can get used to. But where I'm from, some bums dress better than teachers and have more faith than our preachers. And since there's no money, their life is now featured around violence and crime. And half of their time is spent begging for dimes. Yes, the coin and the bag, because they'd rather get a drag than a job. And change is what we need so society can breathe a breath of fresh air by knowing our kids care about going to school, because a man named Kanye West has now made it cool to be a dropout. Mister, them teachers don't like me is a cop-out. Them cops out to get me is an excuse, so excuse me for telling it like it is, but our kids don't care anymore, and I'm blaming it on the parents, because apparently nothing's being said at home. Too many kids feel alone, yet where I'm from, if we catch them while they're young, then there's still time for change, but so many have grown stubborn in their ways, so now their days are spent behind bars. Jailhouse, rap stars, bodybuilders, and ballers, and I'm just calling it how I see it, because I've seen it. And as far as you know, I could be it. Where I'm from isn't as bad as people always make it seem. Where I'm from, more kids know how to curse than write cursive, and use words like looked it, heard it, and worstest. She told me, Mister, he looked it good, but his girlfriend was the worstest. It hurt in my eyes looking at her. And where I'm from, most people do laugh, and no one wants to correct her. They just choose to neglect her, which is nothing new, because so many men have already done it before. Her mother, ex-boyfriend, her father. Her own ex-boyfriend, a father. Her sister's soon-to-be ex-boyfriend, a father of 3 and 2 on the way, and it's so sad to say that so many men in this world have abandoned little girls, or little boys for that matter. Whatever happened to daddy's little girl? Because in this world, yes, even where I'm from, I've noticed a pattern with men leaving their young, so the saying fits perfect, like father, like son, because they weren't taught any better, but they learned how to measure because they learned it in the hood. But it's all good because school is for the birds, so they get high off that herb and hope Miss Clark grades with a curve so they can be the first to pass and graduate. And where I'm from, they're always a tad too late. Where I'm from, if it ain't one thing, then it's another. My 13-year-old student got caught smoking weed with her brother. Come to find out, she's pregnant and so is her mother. And what bothers is that neither one knows who the father is, but around my way, that's the same old story, just a different day. So I tell my students, listen closely while I school you. Don't let this shirt and tie fool you, because I'm from where you're from. I've done what you've done and seen what you've seen. I was once in between a rock and a hard place, just like you. Yeah, my father left me too. I've seen my brother die, watched my mother cry and been too afraid to try. I've seen my grandmother slapped, my uncles on crack. I've seen a mother beat up by her daughter. And some honest to God truth, my great-grandfather was murdered over a corner. And yes, I've received help from the state, and damn what you say, those food stamps are great. And yes, I've heated my house with an oven and drank Kool-Aid from a jelly jar, and the city bus was once my car, but I faced my share of adversity and overcome it. They can't stop me. I can't lose because I choose not to. Need help? I got you. We'll make it to the top together and then scream. Where I'm from isn't as bad as people always make it seem. They can take away our dollars, but they can't take away our dreams. Remember, where you're from isn't as bad as people always make it seem.